Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Two Bros Hot Takes, where we watch a movie and then tell you if you should watch a movie. I am your movie-watching host, Older Bro.
I'm your other movie-watching host, Younger Bro.
And today, the inevitable viewing that you all expected to happen, I'm sure.
Yep, we're reviewing Dragon Ball Superhero. Let's do it.
Now, as a reminder, guys, I still haven't watched Super. Younger Bro has. So
I have watched all of Super.
I have seen bits of Resurrection F and nothing else.
You've sort of technically seen Battle of the Gods and Resurrection of F.
Sort of technically. It's, yeah, like there's...
The show is just a rewritten of those movies.
But I haven't seen the movies really either. Like, this, again, I've seen bits of one, and that's it. Actually, I'm pretty sure I did watch all of Battle of the Gods.
Yeah, I watched it with you.
But I've forgotten like a good third of it.
Okay.
But I've seen like a few scenes from Resurrection F and nothing else. So, yeah, I have no context for Super.
Yeah, so let's not talk about that and just say if it's a good movie or not. So, when I was working the other day, I had a guy come up to me, and he's like, I already seen the movie. He's like, this is probably the best movie. I'm like, are you sure about that? Because Broly was pretty good. He's like, it's probably the second best then.
He's like, okay, it's top 5 at 2.
So, do I agree with him on that now that I've seen the movie?
Mm-hmm. Wait, are you agreeing that it's... Are you saying you're agreeing that it's 1, or are you saying you're agreeing it's 2?
Top, 3.
With it, okay, you're saying, do you agree it's within the top 3?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I want to say this has to be the second best movie. I still hold on to my love for Broly. That movie was excellent.
Yeah.
Which
I have not also seen.
I have rewatched the Broly movie I don't know how many times. Mm-hmm. Mainly because I wanted to fall asleep to it.
Yep.
Anyways, not the point.
Yeah.
But what is the point is it was still really, really fucking good.
Yeah. Yeah. I will... Okay, I have not seen a lot of the movie or Super. So I am not used to the modern art style of Dragon Ball Z. I'm assuming that this movie feels pretty much the same as the last movie and most of the series, where the animation's about the same.
Okay, so what they did with this movie was they have scenes in their Dragon Ball movies where it becomes from 2D to 3D.
Yeah.
And now it's just all that 3D.
Yeah.
And I think it worked with this movie.
It seemed fine.
It didn't hurt my eyes at any point. Yeah. It seemed very beautiful visually.
Yep.
So I didn't really have a problem with it.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't really care how the movie looked. I just wanted to know if it was good or not.
Yep.
And I got my answer.
Yeah.
So.
I'll agree. I'd say I'm gonna annoy some people still. I think that Kyoto Animation still does better Dragon Ball Z fight scenes than Toei Animation. But these are pretty good. Dragon Maid S fight scene number 1, I still think was better than the fight scenes in these movies. But they're pretty good.
Yeah,
I will say, the one thing that this movie I don't think does the best is the director of these movies at least this movie, really likes we're going to pan around the whole fight to show off our 3D effect. So it's it literally feels like they have a 3D model and the camera goes around the whole thing.
I think they do that because that's what superhero movies do.
Yeah, I agree. But it's it feels off to me. It doesn't fully click in a way that I can't exactly describe.
You can see the full model of a character in 3D than you could do in 2D. I think it's pretty good. Yeah,
I think that those scenes they could do better. I think there's some minor things that are that feel a little bit off with the animation in the fight scenes, but it's very good. So, Toei Animation continues to show why they have the Dragon Ball license and why they, well, it's just, I say the license, but like, why they are the ones who animate Dragon Ball and no one else.
By the way, guys, before you say, well, I don't think this is one of the best movies, because I've seen all of the Dragon Ball movies, and there's no way that this one amounts to any of them. I'm like, I've seen them all too. I've seen all the movies that are not canon.
I don't think that anyone, well, okay.
There are some people that
Yeah,
would.
well, I was going to say, I don't think there are that many people who are going to sit down and say, like, well, I've seen all the movies, and I don't, like, you can't have this opinion. You haven't seen every movie. There are some people like that, but most don't care. But also, I'm just going to say, I'm the person, I don't give a shit what Akira Toriyama says is canon. Some of those movies are literally impossible that they're not canon, and he decanonized them anyways.
Jr.
So, yeah, I'm just going to say for the record, I consider every movie canon. I have not watched a lot of the old movies in a while, so I can't say if I think they're better than the old movies.
I remember pretty much every movie because another reason is because I just recently watched a lot of them.
Yeah.
And that kind of sparked my memories. I've watched all of them. I can definitively say this is one of the better ones.
Yeah. Okay. There's a few things I do want to say before we get into the spoiler section. I will say, this, I think, so, I will say, all the movies are canon to this movie, and I think this movie, as far as I'm aware, is going to be canon.
Yeah, it is.
Like, I mean, the first two movies are canon by the sheer fact that Toei Animation demanded they stay canon by making the series be the movies.
They told Akira Toriyama Broly is canon and superhero, so both of them are.
Yeah, exactly. And Broly is very obviously canon to this movie.
Yes.
That is undeniable. And again, the first two movies don't matter because the show is the movies. So you do not need to watch Resurrection F and Battle of the Gods at all if you watch Super. You still should watch Super if you watch those two movies. But yeah, these two movies are very clearly within the same universe. They clearly Broly just happened before this. The other thing I will say about this movie, without spoiling anything, I think there is going to be a critical divide on whether or not you like the villain. And I'm not gonna give anything away yet, because there's a lot of people in this movie you could call the villain. But there is a very obvious one that I think is going to divide a lot of fans on whether or not they appreciate that specific villain. So, keep that in mind, that if you're... I mean, this movie's, like, trailer art literally shows off exactly that it's a throwback movie. There's no way around it. So, go into it expecting that it's going to be a throwback movie, and you're going to have... you're not necessarily going to see characters that are, like, long out of the franchise, but it's clearly a movie that's like, yeah, we've treaded some of these grounds before, and we're going to tread them again. So, but there are a lot of new things in this movie, surprisingly.
Yes.
Like, I was kind of surprised. So, yeah, we talked about the movie, the, like, animation. I talked about the villain. Anything else we want to talk about before we get into spoilers of the movie?
Yeah, none of the characters are really dislikable.
No. Well, okay. Depends on your definition of dislikable. Because again,
I'm
some
saying,
of the
like,
villains are meant to be dislikable.
None of them
but,
were written badly.
No. Yeah, I didn't find any of the characters to be badly written. Well, okay, there's one character that's badly written, but that's the joke. And we'll get to that.
Yes.
But yeah, I think that's all I've got.
Yep, I don't got anything.
Okay, guys, so yeah, if you're not looking for spoilers, you can leave now. We do recommend this movie. Go watch it. Watch it sub or dub. Both are available.
Yeah, we watched in dub.
Yeah, when we went in, the guy at the theater was like, "Now you are aware this is the dub, right?" So
Yeah.
I get the feeling he asks that of every single person because they have to know that some people prefer the dub and some people prefer the sub, and they've got to make sure. Now, just clear, this one's not subbed. This one's not dubbed. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, which I do appreciate. So,
All right.
Yeah. Okay. Starting the spoilers now, so.
Okay, probably one of the biggest things I saw that I know you noticed, because me and you both reacted at the same time.
Yeah.
So guys, when this movie starts, they do a little bit of storytelling.
Yeah.
And they mention that Dr. Gero had a nephew.
Yeah. Well, specifically before even that, they do an entire intro where they're like, we're going to assume you've never seen Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball Z. We're going to give an intro of the whole Red Ribbon saga.
Yeah, so they give intro on Red Ribbon. They tell you who defeated Red Ribbon.
Yep.
They told you who lived, which was Dr. Gero.
Yep.
They basically explained the whole Android saga.
Yeah.
From Z.
I can't believe that the show even acknowledged Dragon Ball at all. I mean, it's kind of hard not to. Literally, the Red Ribbon Army is only really knowable if you've seen Z or Dragon Ball, so they kind of were forced to, but...
Anyways, so Red Ribbon, and nowadays, even though the logo is pretty obvious, that I don't know how no one clicked together, oh, you're the Red Ribbon Army.
Well, it's not... I don't think it's that people didn't click. I think what it was the company was selling it as a rebrand, saying, we're no longer a military faction, we're now just into pharmaceuticals. That was my father. He was an idiot. We just do medication now.
Okay.
It makes us infinitely richer and just as scummy, but don't want to die? Pay us. So,
yeah.
It's like, we're leaving the military-industrial complex. What's the next worst industry we could enter? Pharmaceuticals.
Sure.
It's so...
So, anyways, while they were doing the rundown on the characters, they were doing a panel for Dr. Gero's career.
They did
And one of the androids that was on the panel that stemmed from Dr. Gero was Android 21.
Yeah, because they showed off him, and they showed off his son, which I guess confirms that, yes, for anyone who was still doubting that 16 was his son.
Yeah, they showed off
explicitly put that on there.
His real image.
So, yeah, they explicitly show that it is very clearly Android 16. So, that was his son, guys.
Yeah, so...
But then, they also showed off his wife, who was canonically Android 21.
I was like, oh, shit!
Yeah.
They
didn't show off
Yeah, they didn't say it was Android 21, that was just his wife.
But it was but Android 21 is his wife.
Yes.
And that was her picture. So...
Canon question mark.
I mean,
they put her in Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, so they must... A lot of people must want her to be canon.
Yeah. Now, they didn't show off... Because the main doctor in this show is his grandson. They did not show off who his parents were. They explicitly kept those blurred out, question marked.
Yeah,
so
I don't think they actually knew.
Yeah, we have no knowledge of who the hell the brother of Android 16 was, or the sister, or whatever.
Yeah.
But, yeah, we get to see Gero's grandson.
Yeah, so that was probably the biggest whoa.
It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, in the movie, I was so...
Yeah.
I wanted to clap right then.
Yeah, see, I knew that on the way back, younger bro was like, oh, hold on, I can't talk about anything about games because of one scene, and I was like, okay, I know what you're talking about, but it's not immediately coming to mind.
And now
it's like, okay, I see exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
So that was probably my biggest whoa in the movie.
I have to say though, I was saying in the theater while they were doing the intro, they were showing off the Cell Saga where or not the Cell Saga, the Frieza Saga. The Mecha Frieza Saga, whatever the fuck it's called, the Trunks Saga, where he just shows up and then Trunks just immediately murders him. I was like, can we get that reshooting? Like, because it was very clear they'd reshot those scenes for this movie. And it's like, could we get that? Like, cut out an entire episode of the show, just them beating around the bush, and he just charges and dead.
That was
so fucking fast,
so great.
Yeah.
So yeah, we got that a little bit.
Mhm.
The ending for this movie, like, I wasn't disappointed with it,
Yeah.
but we'll get more on that
Yeah.
later. So, Pan's now 3 years old.
Yep.
Oh my god, she is one of the best characters
Pan's
in the
very nice.
fucking movie.
Yeah.
It's
Very
so
enjoyable.
cute.
I
almost cried a few times.
Yeah,
'cause
I am. Yeah, having grown up with GT, and again, as a person who didn't hate GT, I am always trying to look out for how much they retcon GT. Because again, I haven't seen Super. I don't know how much they actively say, no, that's not how that works. But like, I always keep an eye out for it. And Pan was very enjoyable in this movie.
Pan, I fucking loved her.
Yeah.
I thought for some scenes where she got in trouble, I thought she was going to go Super Saiyan. Like,
See, that's what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for them to just retcon Pan's character entirely by just saying, but she can, though.
I want to see
Because
Super Saiyan Pan.
that's what I'm expecting. Because I'm like, I know Toriyama or Toei wants to put the nail in GT's coffin. And it's like, that's the one. Because you can't have GT work if you make that one change.
I want it so bad.
So it's
Super
like,
Saiyan Pan.
but we unfortunately, guys, do not get that in this movie.
No,
That doesn't
not
happen yet. They are still holding out for GT could happen somehow, albeit modified.
I wonder if Pan might be one of the next movies. That would be awesome, where
I
she
know.
saves the world.
I feel like this movie was sort of a Pan movie. I mean, it was mostly a Gohan movie, but it was also kind of a Pan movie.
And guys, as expected, when Pan was captured in quotes, she's just...
And such a great actor.
Yeah, Piccolo came up with a plan with Pan.
I feel, Goku and Vegeta are out of the picture. I need your father to actually do something for once. I'm going to kidnap you instead of the Red Ribbon Army kidnapping you. And then I'll pretend to be the Red Ribbon Army, and that'll make your father pissed off enough to actually do something.
Yeah, so Pan just played along, and she's like, okay, this is gonna be fun. I was like, yes! I wanted to scream it so bad, because I knew that was gonna happen. I'm like, how could the Red Ribbon Army keep Pan locked away? Oh, because it's a joke. Brilliant. So, yeah, speaking of Gohan, we actually get to see what he's doing. And apparently he studies...
Yeah, he studies biology.
He studies animals and insects.
Yep.
Probably mainly insects because of all the insects on his, walls.
He's specifically studying ants
You
right now.
won't believe it. There's an ant out there that can go Super Saiyan. What?
Something.
What?
It's fucking weird.
It's so weird. And we also get to see Piccolo's house. Piccolo has a house.
Yeah.
Like, I couldn't believe that. I was like, he finally incorporated himself into society.
Look, Nail got so pissed off at, like, we need a house. Stop asking for a fucking house. He's like, fine, I'll build a damn house.
So, I was happy to see that.
Yeah.
I was like, yes. And, yeah, a lot of the scenery, I loved all of it. Like, there was not a single shot I hated in this movie.
Yeah.
So... There's a lot to talk about. I'm trying to see.
He's trying to go in as linear a manner as possible.
I'm trying. So, we know that Videl is still training, in quotes. Like, she seems to go into gyms and still be, like, doing sparring matches. At least that's what I think she's doing. She's mentioning something about some kind of training practice of sorts.
Yeah, it's like, she keeps up a little bit more than Gohan, apparently.
Yeah, because it seems like when we got into the End of Z episode, she wasn't doing fighting anymore.
Well, she is the Great Saiyan woman, so she still does crime fighting, but she doesn't necessarily do that much training.
Yeah, she's...
So...
Yeah. So...
Yeah, it seems like she's doing a little bit more training.
And I like how Piccolo got a phone, and he doesn't know how to hold it.
when you have to constantly pick up your granddaughter from school, you get a phone.
Yeah, guys, I won't spoil a lot of the stuff on the phone. It's a joke, and I feel like if I tell you the joke, it won't be as funny to you. So I'm moving on.
Yeah, but he does have a phone. He does get called several times in this movie. He doesn't understand how technology works except for cars. He still doesn't know how cars work.
Fat go on for not doing his fucking
Why won't
job.
you pick up your daughter from work? I'm busy at work.
No, you're not. You're at home.
Yeah. Just...
Yeah.
No, that is his work. That was not his house. The building that we went to in that movie was his work. Like, that was a college.
I don't know. It could have been
because Vidal was, I think, in her house.
No, she was like out shopping.
I don't know. Anyways, he was definitely not in the house.
I think that was his house. It was just remodeled.
I don't think so. We know later on he literally builds a house.
Vidal goes back there and she finds the building collapse. I thought I was saying, what happened to my house?
No, I just assumed that she showed up at his work to visit him, and it was destroyed. Like, either way, it doesn't matter.
Anyway, it was still a very funny in-credit scene.
Yeah, well, it's not the in-credit
photo scene.
Yeah, it's not the actual scene of the end-credits.
Yes, there's an end-credits. Yeah. Make sure to stay.
Yeah, but that was just one of the ones they had over the credits.
Yes. Like it was an image that they had. So, okay, let's probably start talking about Gamma 1, Gamma 2.
Yeah.
These characters were very likable. I recognized one of their voices. I think it was Gamma 2, but
I thought they were... See, I couldn't tell if they had a different voice or not. I could not tell if they actually were voiced by two different people.
The Doctor. I think the Doctor, he was voiced by the same voice actor who did, the Galactic Patrol guy.
Couldn't tell you.
Leave it to me.
This is the Doctor?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I know that the...
Jocko. He voices Jocko. Is it the same guy that voiced Jocko?
I don't know. I'm currently looking up Gamma 1 right now. Gamma 1 is voiced by somebody whose name I don't know, which is Alex Lee.
Sounds familiar. But no, I also recognized Gamma's 2 voice. I'm specifically talking about Gamma 2.
Gamma 2, he is not... E102 Gamma, no. Gamma 2 is not voiced by the same guy.
Yeah.
So, let me look up Gamma 2 first. If it'll let me. Anyways, keep going. I'll get to the voices when I can.
But anyways, so Gamma 2 was basically the kid fighter. And I love Piccolo's reaction to fighting him when he first meets him. How come I can see his sound effects?
Yeah. Yeah, because the Doctor literally programmed in the ability for their sound effects to be visible on screen.
I was like, yes, that explains a lot. I mean, Dr. Giroux's nephew, he is a very big fan of Heroes, so I'm like, sure, why not? He's read some Marvel comic books, kapow.
Yes, seriously.
And maybe DC as well. No, mainly DC. Batman had a lot of
Let's be honest, I'm betting you money Hercule is the kind of person who would make there be books and comic books of Goku and friends. So he might actually just be a fan of Goku.
Speaking of Hercule and Boo, so...
Hey, not in this movie.
They are mentioned. But Boo actually kind of was seen.
Yeah.
Here's what I'm hating about Boo right now. I freaking hate it, and a lot of people would agree with me. Boo is doing nothing.
Yes. I mean, but that's kind of Boo's thing, though.
I know, here's the thing. You have not seen Super. In Super...
Oh, no, I know about Boo in Super. I know the lore they came up with him for him. It is kind of infuriating, but still.
He starts training on his own. Boo trains on his own because he's excited for the tournament power. And what does he do?
Falls asleep.
Falls fucking asleep.
Yep.
And guess what he's doing in this movie?
Asleep.
He's fucking asleep.
Yep.
Like, don't get me wrong, guys. I like Frieza and the Tournament of Power, and I like seeing him work with Goku. It's very interesting. But at the same time, I'm like, you already had a character that probably would have done well.
Yep.
Like, really fucking well. Like, Boo's training led him to be on par with Super Saiyan Blue.
Yeah, and that's the problem, is they realize they've written a character that's so ultra powerful that they're like, well, if we don't give a good reason why he's not there, he wins.
Yeah, he would have fucking won.
Yeah, very easily. Well, even though at the end they say, like, oh, well, this, actually, even if our dad was here, it still might not have been enough. And it's like, bullshit.
Yeah, so...
like...
I am very disappointed that I still didn't get to see Boo fight again, because he's developed into, I want to describe, a lazy cat.
Yes.
That's what he is.
Okay, I can't find anything that you would know the voice actor for 02 from. Or not 02, sorry.
Gamma 2.
Gamma 2, thank you. But, okay, well, actually, he is in Baymax, but I don't think he's a main character. Who was it you were saying it was?
For the Doctor, I thought it was...
No, for 02.
I don't know who it was.
Gamma 2.
I just don't... I recognize his voice, but I don't know the name.
Yeah. He is... So, apparently he's going to be the voice actor for the main character in Digimon Adventure, the new one.
Damn.
But he is also Go.
Go?
From Pokemon, the new one. The guy who is with Ash.
Oh, him?
That guy.
Him?
Yeah.
I thought I recognized his voice.
Yeah.
That, I knew it.
But in terms of the Doctor, it's kind of hard for me to find out because I don't know his name well enough, so I just have to search everyone. There it is. Dr. Hedo. Zach Aguilar.
Did he voice Jacko?
What is Jacko in?
Super.
Okay, I'm gonna have to scroll down then. He's in Demon Slayer. He's the main character from Demon Slayer. Okay, I know that guy. He's the one shopkeeper in ReZero that constantly is upset about running into main character. I'm not seeing... When would Super have came out?
Super? 2014?
Oh god, we got a ways down. It's only 2019. He does a lot of voicing. He's in Pokemon Masters as France.
I haven't played
Calum.
it. I haven't played it.
Yeah. Yeah, this guy's a lot of things, so it's gonna take me quite a while before I get down to where Super would be. No.
Really? He sounds just like Jacko.
No. He's in things like Hunter x Hunter, One Punch Man. He's Byleth in Fire Emblem Heroes.
Tob Herbicorn
But yeah, no.
is Jacko. Yeah, he sounds exactly like him.
Yeah, nothing. So, sorry, I can't be more, I can't help you with that opinion. It is wrong.
Anyway, besides the point. So, yeah, and talking about Gamma 1 is that headstrong hero who doesn't play around. He's serious, like Batman.
I don't know if I'd quite go that far, but I know what you mean.
He takes his fight seriously.
Yeah. Gamma 2 is much more the, like... he's not laid back, he's not lazy, but he's the more, excitable. And he's the one who's less likely to see if he actually killed.
Yeah, also, yeah, I figured how this show was gonna go.
Mm-hmm.
I knew the Doctor wasn't gonna die.
Yep.
And I knew Gamma 1 and Gamma 2 would join the Z Fighters.
Well, sort of.
I thought both of them were gonna die.
Yeah, that was the main setup, and, well, I mean, you're half right.
Half right, yeah. But we'll get to that later.
Yeah.
So yeah, Piccolo actually does infiltrate the Red Ribbon's base, and it feels like they're in Wakanda with the dome projecting.
Yeah, the Red Ribbon Army is very high tech now. Like, even more than they were.
So, I mean, it's brilliant. Like,
Yeah.
that's how, if you want a high secret headquarters and you don't want anybody to steal anything from you, bada boom.
Yep, it makes sense.
So, yeah, most of the show was trying to stop the Red Ribbon Army. So what Piccolo does was, okay, I need to unleash more of my potential. Wait, Guru had that ability. Let me go ask Dende.
I straight up swore that he was going there to be like, Dende, can we fuse?
I thought he was too. That was my first thought.
It was like, he's like, wait a minute, goes and flashes Dende. I'm like, no.
By the way, so I actually noticed two things during the movie. It's Akira Toriyama's not remembering what colors are. Dende's robes colors were wrong.
I'm just gonna assume he changed his robes. He's allowed to have more than one set of robes.
I know, but
he's also allowed to really like Gohan, but that's the abridged.
In Super and in every other iteration, he is wearing red and white. He was wearing black and white.
Yeah.
I thought it looked weird, but I was like, you know what?
It's fine.
It don't look too bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, and apparently, I don't know what happened, but at some point, Dende let the dragon have 3 wishes as of this movie. Because Shenron can only grant 2 during the entirety of Super and Broly. So, when the hell he did that?
Wasn't the whole point that they couldn't do that was because if they made 3 wishes, it would make him weaker? Like, that was literally the actual plot.
Apparently,
they explicitly said, like, Dende explicitly says when he shows up, well, I can't give the dragon 3 wishes because then he'd be weakened like Purunga, but I could give him 2 wishes. Like, how do you get around the fact that he explicitly said, I can't do this?
He's older, he's wiser in a sense, so I'm guessing he knows what he's doing.
He almost straight up bitch slaps Piccolo too. It's like, why couldn't our dragon couldn't do that? And it's like, well, you did show up. Like, you did show up, like, hundreds of years ago or something. Just like, fucking hell.
Yeah, so... Yeah, like, I want to say Dende is older. He knows more about the dragon.
Yeah, so now we have Shenron, who can do 3 wishes and is just as powerful. He's actually now more powerful than Purunga.
Yes.
It's just objectively no reason to ever use Purunga.
So, and that's how Piccolo gets his potential unleashed. But here's the thing. A lot of people are asking, well, what if Goku did? Goku had his potential unlocked a long time ago.
Well, that's the thing, I think the argument is that there's different types of potentials, and that's not how that works. But yeah, I think that is basically, I think, how the holy water actually works.
Yes.
So
in a way, but I think there was other things that also
yeah,
helped,
it's like
but I don't remember.
He's not getting more potential than he already has.
Yes. So,
although that said, apparently the Kais can unlock your potential even more than Purunga.
Well, that said, that's how Piccolo is able to transform into his super Namekian form.
Yeah. Which is not called that. That is not the name of the form in this movie.
Yeah, it's Orange Piccolo.
It's not Super Saiyan Namekian. Please don't call it that. Don't call it Orange Piccolo either, but that is what they call it.
That is what they called it, and unfortunately, that is the official name.
It's stupid.
Yeah.
Just like Super Saiyan, God Super Saiyan is stupid.
So, yeah, I'm wondering what's with that symbol that Orange Piccolo gets on his back. Like, is that the symbol for Shenron, like what Goku has on his gi?
It's the symbol for the which one is Kami?
Kami?
Yeah, not the Dragon Clan. It's the Magic Clan or whatever. Well, I forget what they call it.
I want to almost say Mystic Clan, but
yeah, it's the symbol for the Mystic Clan now. They can do Dragon Balls. I do fighting, but you were both. You're the same person.
But yeah, so
I have to admit though, they did finally remember that Piccolo is supposed to be able to get bigger. Like,
yeah,
they actually remembered that he had an ability in Dragon Ball. It's a fucking miracle. Maybe somebody could remember that Tien's supposed to do things too.
So, anyways, so that's Piccolo's arc in a nutshell.
Yep.
I'm trying to remember.
So I want to make a joke, but I can't because it would be spoilers.
Anyways, so now we get to the part where, okay, the Red Ribbon tells Gohan, hey, we have your daughter.
Yeah, and would you
believe? As soon as he heard that, oh my god, I could just see the flip switch. I was like, oh shit, you're about to die.
Yeah, it's like, could you please come along with us?
Gohan almost murdered that man.
I cannot believe Piccolo got away with that. I cannot believe that he didn't get the shit kicked out of him by Gohan right then and there. Somehow.
I know. And apparently, even though Pan recognized Piccolo, Gohan didn't.
Just like, are you fucking serious? Your daughter recognized me by key alone. How the hell are you not, lazy bitch?
Lazy. So, yeah. So now, Gohan's at the Red Ribbon Army, and he is fighting Gamma 1. And during that fight, Gohan is figuring out, hey, these guys might not actually be that bad.
Yeah, it turns, would you believe, it turns out that Dr. Giro's grandson is not actually evil. He just likes being funded. As most scientists do.
Yeah, he knew they were the villains, but he's like, I need funding.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna make androids that actually have a fucking conscience. So it's like, oh, they'll go along with you as long as you're not overtly evil. And then they're overtly evil by kidnapping Pan.
By the way, I like the Doctor, and his suit is very interesting.
Yes.
Like, his suit can basically transform.
I do have to say, I am very sad in this movie that for as much as it's called superheroes, they never have Great Saiyaman show up in it. I was so hopeful. I was like, but it's right there!
I thought they were going to have Great Saiyaman as well, and they never did it.
Yeah. So sad.
So, anyways, yeah, so Gohan is kicking the shit out of Camera 1 after a little bit of a struggle in his base form.
As normal. Gohan has to struggle, and then he finally kicks the shit out of people.
Yeah, and then eventually the Doctor clicks. He's like, okay, maybe this is not a good idea. So, the Red Ribbon Army is, after seeing all these fights, they're like, we're leaving.
Yeah. Yeah, all the Red Ribbon soldiers leave or have the shit kicked out of them by Pan.
Yeah, and that's after Piccolo pretends to threaten Pan, and Gohan just fucking
Piccolo very much does turn into a little bit of an anti-hero in this movie, where he's like, I'm just going to pretend. To pretend to kidnap Pan, and then pretend to choke out Pan, so that Gohan gets pissed off.
And he does. He finds his way to his mystic form again, which I don't know why it was such a struggle, because in the Tournament of Power he achieved it.
I have no idea how hard it is to go Ultimate Gohan on fucking command. You are supposed to be able to do... the whole point of that form is he was never supposed to be able to get out of it. He was always supposed to be stuck in that form, because that was the point. It's like, this is your ultimate form, and that's his now base. So like, how the fuck did he leave it?
Now it goes this. It goes from his base to Super Saiyan 1, 2, and Mystic.
Yeah,
Mystic is his Super Saiyan 3.
Yeah, Ultimate Gohan is his Super Saiyan 3, which is disappointing if you want to see him go actually Super Saiyan 3. So, not happening.
Well, I understand what Dragon Ball is doing. They want to differentiate every character to have their own special form. Mystic is special, but it's not as big as, like, changing your hair color.
Yes. Well, and it's like, I'm the kind of person, I like uniformity. I like, if one person has this, everyone should have it. I don't like you have a unique form, and you have a unique form. It's like, the characters themselves are unique. The form doesn't need to be unique. But that's my opinions, so.
But, yeah, we're skipping all the way to Gohan.
I mean, well, There wasn't much else in there. It was like,
I mean,
we could describe how Piccolo went to the base and went back to get some senzu beans, and then went back to the base, and then went to kidnap Pan, and then went back to the base. Meanwhile, Goku and Vegeta are doing fuck all.
Exactly. We didn't
Like,
we didn't talk about
just to talk about Goku and Vegeta temporarily. They are currently training with Whis and Beerus, and that's all you need to know. Nothing else happens.
Broly is there with Chilai and the other guy that I can't remember.
I don't know who they are because I haven't seen Super.
Gourmet?
Yeah. The chef.
The chef. Anyways, so I loved all those scenes. It's like, yeah, Broly's training with Goku and Vegeta. Vegeta figures out why Jiren was so good. Yeah. And he uses that to eventually get the end credit scene that we'll talk about later. Yep. But anyways, Beerus, as soon as Beerus set eyes on Chilai, he's like, oh, this is one of the most precious characters. I probably shouldn't kill her.
I feel so dirty.
Even Lord Beerus has a type. I was like, oh shit. And even so, Beerus is a part of the Chilai clan. Congratulations, you like Chilai. Good.
Okay, just to make sure I was on the page, that Chilai was robbing Beerus,
I think,
in that scene, right? Because I was like, I don't know this character. I'm assuming she's a thief.
She is a thief, but
yeah, so
she's not a bad person.
Yeah, but she is absolutely stealing from Lord Beerus.
She is a meddlesome character. That's all she is.
It's like,
she stirs chaos.
Well, you're going to steal from me. Perfect. Then I'm stealing you. What?
You know what? But anyways, I don't know how many people are on board with Chilai and Beerus hooking up. They're more wanting Chilai and Broly, and I kind of want that too, but I don't think we'll ever get there. We might get close, but I don't think we'll ever get there. But anyways, the other funny bits were, we find out more of what Bulma is wishing for.
So fucking bullshit. She is almost the villain in this story. Just
because here's the thing, like,
wasting the fucking dragon's time.
We know for a fact from Super why she looks so young, and she says, "Oh, because I've been wishing myself younger." And I literally said a little bit out loud in the theater, "Why not wish for eternal life at this point?"
Because she doesn't want to be eternally,
not eternal life, eternal youth.
Yeah. Because she doesn't think that her natural looks are good enough. It's not about looking eternally young. It's about looking eternally perfect. And she has not found perfect yet. She'll get there when she finds it.
But anyway, I thought all of it was hilarious. I won't describe the conversations that were having.
Fucking bullshit.
So I just want you enjoying
the fucking... If they take anything out of Dragon Ball GT, I hope they bring the negative energy out of that, just so that the dragons come to kick the shit out of her personally.
She would go first. That's their first target.
Are you fucking serious?
Did you find Bulma briefs yet? Looking. That would actually be great. But no, I don't think they'll do that. They probably think, oh wait, that was stupid.
No, I liked that idea. It's like, that's why the Dragon Balls were so rare and hard to find, was that they were meant to not be used very often.
Yeah, I like how Bulma is always constantly looking for him, because she's like, no, we cannot have another Frieza.
Yeah, she's like, no, we're not having any more villains have these. I'll have them instead and use them on whatever I want. Am I becoming the villain?
Oh, man, some choices she makes in Super seem ominous, but it ends up being a joke, so I'm letting it slide.
Yeah.
But anyways, not the point. So, we're still talking about Gohan. Apparently his sight is supposed to get better after he
his eyesight literally gets better going Super Saiyan, which is like, what?
What?
I thought the glasses were a joke. I thought the glasses were literally, he didn't need them. He just had them for the looks.
No, his eyesight
just apparently is bad.
Yeah. It's like, oh. Okay.
Yeah, does your eyesight get better when you transform?
I mean, after seeing a lot of lasers in your life, your eyes might not. adjust
Laser
very
surgery is
well.
supposed to improve your eyesight.
But no, you know what I mean. All the different
Yeah.
colors and trauma probably not helping
Yeah, the
with his
trauma.
eyes.
Yeah.
But anyways, so eventually, Gamma 1, Gamma 2 stop fighting the Z Fighters because they realize, oh shit, we're fighting the wrong people.
Yeah, because apparently they literally have morality sensors. They can literally detect morals in people.
Yeah, they are like, okay, we now know who the real villains are, and we were working for them the whole time. Oh, fuck.
I like how, I like how the doctor didn't just go to them and be like, yes, I know they're the villains. Just, it's okay. We're stealing their money.
We're stealing their money.
Because that's basically what he says. Just like, I mean, I knew they were the villains, but I was kind of just stealing their money. It's like...
Fucking hell.
Whatever.
But anyways, so... Now that they figured out that the Red Ribbon Army is...
The Red Ribbon Army.
Yeah. And pancakes the shit out of one of their heads.
Yeah.
Literally.
I wouldn't even call him one of their heads. He's basically the servant of the head.
Yeah, he's the face of the company
Yeah.
or whatever.
The hair of the company.
Anyways, so Magenta, that's the son of Red, of course.
Of course.
He goes and sees that the doctor's biggest project is released.
Yeah.
And
well, actually, maybe a better way to describe it is his biggest project that the doctor was forced to work on. Because the doctor does not want to work on this project, as he states throughout the whole movie, where he's just like, I don't like this character.
Yes. And wouldn't you know it, for all the speculations out there, yes, it was Cell.
Yeah, this is the character that I was like, you're either going to be fine with the fact that they brought Cell back, basically, or you're going to be very upset about it, because it's just the same fucking thing again.
Now, this Cell doesn't have any character to him.
Yeah, he is literally
mindless.
So he's Bio-Cell.
Yes. But they call him...
Bio Broly's not canon, but let's do that to Cell instead.
But they call him Cell Max.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, this Cell could easily beat the original Cell.
I don't think he could. That's the thing, is the other Cell was one of the androids. He had effectively infinite power. This Cell kind of feels shit in comparison. I don't know. I'm not convinced that the Cell could beat the other Cell. But, I'll go along with it.
Seeing his power, I was like, oh,
yeah.
Fuck.
But...
But it's supposed to be an improved version of Cell,
yeah.
that. So that makes me think why he could. This Cell is good enough to keep up with Gohan's Mystic transformation and Piccolo's new transformation.
Yep.
And
again,
Piccolo
Goku
said,
still isn't here.
And Piccolo said, I don't even know if we could have won even if Goku and Vegeta were
Yeah,
here.
exactly. And that's what I'm saying. I think that's bullshit. There is no possible way that with this ending of this movie, that Goku, Vegeta, and Broly could not have killed this thing.
Yeah, I think Broly would have one-tapped it.
Majin Buu could have killed this thing if he showed up.
Debatable.
Like,
but maybe.
Like, I just, yeah.
But I like how it's Cell second form. I think they used second form because maybe they felt like second form wasn't around too much.
Probably.
Like those build up with the
I
first...
just like the idea that I really hoped that in the movie, as soon as she saw that, it was like, oh, damn it, they recreated Cell second form. He's coming for me. Because 18 is in this.
Yes.
That's like, I was waiting for that, like fear in her eyes of like, no,
but she charges in. Like, she's like, I want to kick the shit out of
Yeah, exactly. It's like, I'm not standing back and letting other people kick the shit out of Cell.
I like how Cell's tail was an Ankylosaurus.
Yeah, it's just a fucking club.
God, and it beats the shit out of people.
Yeah.
It even beats the shit out of himself when Piccolo grabs his tail.
Yeah. I also like the scene, by the way, where Piccolo gets big and he uses one of the poles as like the power pole. Like it has that same motion. I'm like, oh, somebody remembered the power pole exists.
Yeah. So when Piccolo gets big, he's like, oh yeah, I forgot I could do that.
Yeah, because Akira Toriyama forgot he could do that, and somebody at Toei had to remind him, just like everything else.
Yeah, and Piccolo explains that power fight. He's like, oh yeah, it's basically a bluff.
Yeah, of course it is.
It doesn't make me any stronger.
It just makes me bigger, even though I'm pretty sure that that's not the case for, what's his face?
Slug?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Slug's larger form actually was more powerful than his normal form.
Yes, it did
make him stronger. It actually did make him more powerful. Not Piccolo, though. That's not how that works.
Well, that movie wasn't necessarily canon.
Yeah, it's disappointing.
So... But...
Leave my brother out of this!
That was during the Z. That wasn't during Slug.
Yeah.
Anyway. So... As Piccolo is fighting Cell Max, something snaps again in Gohan. And it's that same iconic scene where he first goes Super Saiyan 2. That just flip of the switch.
Yep, again.
I
mean, would you believe that... What is he going to have to remember Cell every time he wants to transform?
Yeah, and then Gohan finally transforms into what a lot of people thought was his Ultra Instinct form. No, this is something else entirely. And do you know the official name of it?
They don't say it in the movie, so how the hell would I?
Exactly. It's called Ultra Beast.
See, I just expected them to say it was Super Saiyan 4. Because it's like, it's very clearly... It's very clearly approaching Super Saiyan 4 in terms of looks alone.
Yeah, so...
he needs the fucking tail.
So, Piccolo gets the shit kicked out of him, and Gohan snaps and turns into Ultra Beast. And Ultra Beast, we don't see it for that long.
I mean, yeah, it shows up, he gets punched once, and then kicks the shit out of him.
But, guys, it's basically just Super Saiyan 2 with spikier hair, and it's white and red eyes.
I'm not even joking when I'm just like, it's just Super Saiyan 4. Just pretend it's Super Saiyan 4. It's very close.
Like,
at some point, somebody at Toei Animation is going to be like, hey, we need a new level of transformation. Can you just make Super Saiyan 4? And Akira Toriyama is just going to snap.
But anyways, what they're doing is, okay, so Goku has Ultra Instinct. Vegeta in the comics has Ultra Ego. What do we give Gohan?
Yeah, but Ultra Instinct isn't a transformation. It's a state of mind.
Exactly.
It's basically what Vegeta was trying to do in this movie. Like...
Yeah, so Goku is Ultra Angel.
This actually was just a transformation.
Yeah.
Like, it's Super Saiyan 2 Plus, or 3, or...
Super Saiyan 2 Max.
Yeah, it's the closest thing he's gonna get to really Super Saiyan 3, or Super Saiyan 4.
Yeah, so we have Goku, which is Ultra Angel, Vegeta, which is Ultra God of Destruction, and Gohan, who doesn't have a faction because there is
no faction.
So it's just called Ultra Beast, and I understand why. Because Goku is supposed to be the savior, so okay, he's getting angelistic powers. Vegeta is supposed to be the destroyer, so he gets destructive power. Gohan's supposed to be the mindless power, even though Broly's in it.
Yes, so he's Broly, but we already have Broly.
But anyways, so it's called Ultra Beast because of that switch in Gohan's head that gets flipped.
Yep.
So he become...
I almost expected him to scream out, "Father!"
Yeah, he doesn't become mindless, but he gets ultra pissed.
That's the reason. I keep joking about it being Super Saiyan 4, but like, if you compare it to how they describe Super Saiyan 4 in GT, that's basically how it worked in this movie. Goku's literally describes like, "I'm sorry, when I'm in this form, I just can't stop myself," and it's like that's kind of
how
what
Ultra
happens.
Beast feels.
Yeah, it's like that's pretty much what this is.
And Gohan just ending Cell with just special beam cannon.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
I'm sorry, what move was that? I mean, I just practice it when I'm alone.
Oh, by the way, guys, before Gohan just utterly ends Cell by hitting his head because that's his weak spot.
Apparently.
Gamma 2 dies.
Yeah.
and he sacrifices himself to try to get Cell Max weaker, and it works.
Yeah.
Like, he managed to disarm him.
He's been disarmed.
Shut up, Gamma.
Oh.
But anyways, so I was like, the Doctor could just rebuild him, and then he disintegrates into ashes. I'm like, oh.
Never mind.
So it is possible we could get another Gamma 2, but I think he'll be Gamma 3 at that point.
Yep.
So, GG to Gamma. He freaking nailed it. Like, that was one hell of a way to go. Yep. And no Dragon Ball gonna fix that.
I mean, they probably could. They're alive.
I mean, yes, Android 17 and 18 are alive, but I don't know if Dr. Gero's nephew had that same level of technology to...
I don't know.
Make them have a soul.
They specifically said they're androids.
The reason why Android 17 and 18 can get into the other world and be wished back is because they were originally someone else.
Yeah, they were alive.
Gamma 1 and 2 is not.
No, yeah, there's no real evidence. So, I don't know if there's... Yeah, I don't know.
But anyway, so Ultra Beast kicks the shit out of Cell Max, still stupid name.
Yep.
Most
of the modern names are stupid.
I did like the design of him. I love the coloration, the red with the green. I'm like, oh yes, that looks so good.
Yeah, it's like that. It worked, but
I still hate the name.
Yeah.
So, oh yeah.
Well, they didn't want to call him Perfect or Cell.
And Magenta dies from a bug that the Doctor had. He's like, but I don't want to describe that scene because that might not be as impactful. I don't know how to word it.
Look, we've literally given the whole plot of the movie at this point. So,
anyways,
I will say though, I liked at the end where everyone's basically just like, I mean, you weren't really the villain, so we're just gonna kind of look the other way. Besides,
the Doctor was ready to turn himself in.
I like how they were like, the prison probably doesn't want you back. It's like, you weren't there. You weren't there in the beginning scene.
But he might have a file of them.
You think that anyone in this movie actively researched this Doctor?
I mean, it's Krillin's job.
No.
So, yeah.
No way on Earth.
But
yeah, it's like, there's no way they knew that.
But anyway, so by the end, the Doctor gets a job at Capsule Corporation. I'm like,
perfect. We'll see you again later.
At some point.
Yep. Maybe we'll see Dr. Gero's wife later.
Will we finally get Android 21? We got close.
We're at the edge.
We're getting
There's
there.
not much left to go.
We're getting I want to see it so bad.
So, I'm still waiting for Supreme Kai of Time to show up.
Yeah, guys, we think after Moro, if they do have to do another arc and they don't have any ideas, they should do Xenoverse because it has to be very, very soon. Because Xenoverse happens at, age 850, around there.
Yeah.
So, maybe. We'll see.
Yeah,
but anyways... So, yeah, that was basically most of the movie. Now the end credits scene. Yes, guys, after the first end credits, there's an end credits scene.
Yeah. I'll say I don't want to say too much about it, other than you should stay and watch it. It is worthwhile.
And, okay, there's one thing about the end credits. I won't spoil that you guys just have to see, and it's brilliant.
Yeah, Jesse, it's very good. Watch the end credits scene. It's thoroughly a climax to the stuff that's going on with Goku and Vegeta. Yeah. And that's all we'll say.
I want to say the next movie, it could be about their training and lead up to something. Do you think they're going to do a movie next, or do you think they're going to do the show next?
I'm assuming they're going to do the show next. I don't see how they could not go into Moro next.
I also think they're doing the show next because they've announced the next season of Super.
Yeah.
And it should be coming up relatively soon.
Yep.
So, okay, guys, yeah. That was the movie. Fucking brilliant.
Yeah. It took us literally an hour to describe literally the whole movie.
Because it's Dragon Ball. So, yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah.
I don't really
It's a good movie. I'd recommend you go watch it. Yeah. Very, very interesting.
Yeah.
maybe I'll have more. Maybe I'll have a higher opinion of it when I see Super and the Broly movie. But right now,
you
I'm
did
at.
see the Broly movie.
No, I didn't.
I thought you went with me.
No, nobody took me to see the Broly movie. I have not seen it.
You sure?
Yep.
Okay.
100%. I am 100% sure I have never seen the Broly movie.
All right.
Because you just keep saying, like, oh, no, it'll be fine. You'll trust me, it'll work. And I'm like, don't believe it. I still liked the old one. And you're like, no, you'll like the new one. So.
Again, you can borrow it anytime I have it.
No, I'm not going to watch. I'm not watching it until I see Super.
Okay.
Anyways, that's going to be it for this episode, guys. We will come back next time with a new hot take of something else. Not exactly sure what it'll be. We'll see what the next thing we watch is. Until then, see you on the next hot take.
Goodbye.